now this time, the time is go on, and on behalf of UBTV, I extended my warm greetings to everyone in today's special program. We are going to have a conversation with an international education development professional who has been working with Uttar Bangla College for a long time to help our students and teachers enhance their English and ICT skills. She is Iren Graham, Education Officer, Charity Education International CEI, Glasgow, UK. She is currently leading the English and IT Enhancement program at Uttar Bangla College, Kakina, Lalmonirhat, Bangladesh. Iren Graham, on behalf of UBTV, we warmly welcome to you.
Thank you. Dhanyabad.
Thank you so much. Let's begin today's interviews. Iren Graham, welcome back to our Uttar Bangla College. You have visited our college several times before. How does it feel to return once again, and what changes have you noticed at Uttar Bangla College this time?
Well, this is actually my 15th time
Oh, lovely.
since 2014. And as you can imagine, I have seen very, very many changes since 2014. If you look simply at the computer suites in the college, when I came here in 2014, we had one computer suite full of very, very old and virus-ridden computers. Now there are 6 IT suites, and it's amazing to see the high technology. Another change in the classrooms is the use of smart boards. I don't think we could even have imagined smart boards in 2014. So for me, seeing Uttar Bangla College totally embrace the technology that's needed for the future is really excellent. So that's the major thing I've seen. Also, when I came in 2014, the library was partly a library and also partly departmental bases for the different subjects. Now it is totally given over to books, which is what a library should be. There are now proper desks for the students to study, whether it's at the honours reading room or whether it's on the ground floor. It's an encouraging place for students. Libraries are so important for colleges like this that are doing degrees at honours, masters, and offering other courses. There's also some physical changes that I've seen. When you walk in, there's now a new road that wasn't there before. This building that we are in the studio is now complete. I have pictures of this being built. I have pictures before there was any buildings here. So you can imagine I have seen massive changes. Another change I've seen to the physical structure is there is now a female common room. And that's really important if we're serious about the whole notion of empowering women, and not just in this country, in any country. It's important that we make higher education facilities fit for purpose. And I'm glad to say the new female common room does that. So that's some of the changes I've made. I haven't even started on the changes in the staff. Obviously there's a new principal, there's many new teaching faces, and obviously the students. You can imagine I have seen many students since 2014. But the great thing is I've actually met students. My last teaching visit was in 2019-20, and I did the Vivas yesterday with that same class of English students who are now in their honours year. So that's some of the changes.
Thank you so much. Could you please tell us briefly about Charity Education International CEI and its main goals in the field of education?
Yeah. So Charity Education International was founded by Dr. Muzammil Haq, just as this college was founded by Dr. Muzammil Haq. His idea was to have a charity based in Glasgow, his now adopted city, so that that charity could raise funds for Kakina, his home village, particularly in this college, and also for the Kakina Rural Health Centre and for some poverty alleviation work. The main thrust of the charity has obviously been on this college. and he has worked tirelessly to raise funds. As other members, I'm a trustee of the charity as well as the education officer, and part of my job is I have raised a substantial amount of funds for students for the scholarship program. And so raising funds, but also I think what the charity helps to do is to help to give guidance through Dr. Huck mainly, give guidance on having the college see beyond just giving classes in HSC and just giving degrees. Without Dr. Huck, there would never have been a PhD programme. And the charity in Glasgow, we supported the PhD programme, provided the money that was needed for those candidates to go to Kaliganj University in India to get their PhDs.
How did your first connection with Uttar Bangla College begin?
Well, in Glasgow for 12 years, I was an elected city councillor for the Glasgow City Council. And one of the other councillors, Dr. Malcolm Green, was a founder member of the CEI charity. And he made a very short visit at the founding of this college. And he shared his experiences with other councillors, including myself. So that was the first time I'd heard about this college.
Could you share how you first met Professor Dr. Mozammel Haq, the founder of Uttar Bangla College?
Yeah. When I was a city councillor, one of my main responsibilities was equalities. And through that role, I met many of our ethnic minority communities in Glasgow. And one of those was the Bangladeshi community. And Dr. Mozammel Haq was very prominent in that. And it was through that connection that I first met him. And those of you who know him, the minute I said I had a background in education, he said, "You must come to the college, you must come to the college."
In your opinion, how has Professor Dr. Mozammel Haq leadership and vision contributed to the success of the English and IT enhancement program?
First of all, it was his idea that we should apply to the Scottish Government for a 3-year grant. And it was his vision of knowing how important English and ICT is now, and both of them are in the world now. So he saw that and he helped guide it. And then once the money was received in Scotland, what happened was he asked me if I would take charge of it because I had retired from work by that time and he thought I had nothing else to do. So he persuaded me that I should take on enrolling volunteers, finding volunteers to come out. And the money went to pay the fares of the volunteers. We bought laptops and brought them out, and we left the laptops here. In total, we brought 14 laptops in a 3-year period. Now remember, this was at a time when this college did not have 6 computer suites. It still had that one computer lab with those old computers. So bringing out those laptops was very important. And what we did was we left a laptop with various departments. And in 2014, there were only 7 honours courses. So we could leave.
Now the 16 are at a professional course, professional subject, BBA professional, now the 17 at this time.
Yeah.
Okay, you have worked directly with our students and teachers several times. What kind of progress and transformation have you noticed among them?
Well, the transformation I've seen is when I've been able to work with a group of students, say in first year, and I can see them through 4 years and see how they grow and develop in their confidence in using English as a spoken language and also in their ability to use computers. So when I see them over 4 years, I can see progress. Sometimes if I only meet them once or twice, I don't see the progress. But what I would say is, I think having English-speaking volunteers coming here on a regular basis, it encourages students and all the teachers, and indeed all the staff in the college, to use the little English they know. Actually, you all know lots of English, but maybe don't have the confidence. So I would say the transformation has been in the confidence in speaking English. And certainly in 2014, I think nobody had a smartphone. I didn't have a smartphone in 2014. Now everybody is using smartphones, and they obviously it's different from using a computer, but it gives you the confidence of exploring what's possible on the internet, exploring the apps that are out there, exploring translation facilities. So I would say it's confidence, much raised confidence is the biggest thing I've seen.
Why do you believe English language and ICT knowledge are so much important for the youth of Bangladesh today?
I think English and ICT are important for all youth. The world is depending on technology. It's moving so fast. 2014, no one had heard of AI except the scientists who were working on it. Bangladesh is a monolanguage culture. Mostly people don't need English. But as the world opens up and develops, and Bangladesh opens up its doors even more than it does at the moment, English is going to be really important for the students of today. English is the most spoken language in the world. It's spoken in 186 countries, but only 25% of the speakers are native speakers. All the rest, English is their second language. Bangla is the 7th most spoken language in the world. And there's an interesting fact. Online, 52% of all the content on the internet is in English, but there's only 0.5% of the content in Bangla. So I think if students want to get good jobs, if they want to be part of a bigger world, if they see themselves as maybe doing an entrepreneur in the field of outsourcing, using the internet as their business, I think learning ICT skills and also learning English will be very good for them.
From your experience, what are the key differences between the education systems of UK and Bangladesh?
Well, I don't know everything about the education system in Bangladesh, and even in the UK there are differences between the different parts. My part of the UK is Scotland, and we run a different system from England. But looking at what I've seen of the system here in Bangladesh, I think that at university level, at degree level, what I've seen is there is a lot relying on memory and not a lot on critical thinking. The exam system seems geared to students memorizing lots and lots of information, and I'm not sure that critical thinking comes along with that. Now, typically in Scotland, the universities will have what's called a tutorial system. So students will go to a class. There may be 200 students in an English class or a history class or a French class or anything. But in addition to those classes where a lecture is delivered, they will have small classes with an individual, with maybe 12 other students. And in those classes, they get to probe and delve deeper into the subjects that they are studying. So that's one difference I've seen. Also, it seems to me, apart from your puja holidays and other religious holidays, there doesn't seem to be terms the way there are in England and Scotland. Typically, the universities will close in the summer, students will get a job and come back in October, and they have 3 short terms. That doesn't seem to happen here. Another difference is that students might have, if you're studying English, you might have English and 2 other subjects in your first year. And the idea is you will have an hour in your English class, an hour in your, say, a philosophy class, an hour in a French class as an example. And the rest of the time, you're expected to go to the library to study on your own. So much more self-directed learning, I would say. I still, in all the time I've been here, I never got used to having only a class for 40 minutes. It was so different compared to what I was used to.
What advice would you give to our Uttar Bangla College students and teachers who want to pursue higher education abroad through scholarship?
The main advice I would give is that you would have to have a good command of English. Most universities require 6.5 level of the IELTS, the International English Language Test. And that is an expensive process. You have to study hard for it, you have to have a passport before you can sit it, and you need to get 6.5. Now, although some universities may not be so strict on that, because now there is Google Translate, nevertheless, most of them require that level. Also, to make an application, you will have to research the internet to find out which university, which country do I want to go to. And you will need to find out the requirements. So having a good command of searching the internet and then being able to do online forums and to send online documents would be very useful.
Thank you so much. Lastly, finally, what message would you like to give the young generation of Bangladesh and especially to the students of Uttar Bangla College?
Well, I think one of the messages I would like to leave you with is that we're all facing a future. We have really no idea what it will look like. We've no idea where the technology will take us. But as we all use the internet every single day, one piece of advice I would give you is be careful. Look out for risks. There are scams, there are people doing impersonations. In my country, many young students, they are using the internet and they're experiencing a lot of pressure from the internet. So much pressure, some of them have taken their own lives. Some people have lost money. Some people have ended up in some form of slavery because they have misunderstood who was on the internet and who they were speaking to. Remember, you will never know who is actually on Facebook. Are they who they say they are? Maybe they are, maybe they are not. Be careful with the internet. Also, it can be your great friend. Learn to embrace it. Learn to love it. Learn to use it for your own needs and to benefit your country. Thank you.
Nowadays, the most popular term is artificial intelligence or AI. What does it mean, and what are the advantages and disadvantages for the perspective of Bangladesh, like third world country, Bangladesh?
Well, I think every country is facing some threats from AI. I know that in my country, many people are worried about losing their jobs because AI is providing a way of doing those jobs without people. And that will be the same challenge in Bangladesh. So much of take for example your garment industry. At the moment it's very much based on people power. You see lots of women going into the factories to do the work. In the future, AI machines could be doing that work. And if that happens, what happens to all those workers? It's not just in manufacturing, it's in every area. AI has the potential to be our friend, and it has the potential to actually take away jobs that we would expect to have in the future.
Do you think CEI will expand similar programs in other institutions in Bangladesh in future?
CEI is dedicated to Kakina. We have no intention of spreading our wings further than Kakina. The reason for Kakina is this is where Dr. Huck was born. He wanted to invest in his home village. He wanted to give students the chance to do higher education in Kakina and not have to travel too far away. We have no intention of doing any work in any other area in Bangladesh except in this area.
Thank you so much, dear Iren Graham, for sharing your valuable thoughts, experiences, and vision with us. Your continuous support and dedication through Charity Education International CEI have made a remarkable differences in our students' learning journey. We truly appreciate your contribution to the English and IT enhancement program at Uttar Bangla College, Kakina, Lalmonirhat, Bangladesh, which continues to inspire both students and teachers. On behalf of Uttar Bangla College and UBTV, we express our heartfelt gratitude and wish you continued success in your noble mission to empower learners globally. Thank you once again, and we hope to see you back at our college very soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you.